Hi, this is Dr. Farley. I want to expand the three gears of the Farley neurobiomedicine model that has the central nervous system, the immune system, which is located mainly in the gut, and then the endocrine system. I want to talk about things that are even below those gears, meaning they're more foundational. And if we don't find these root functional causes, you can never get better. So the first we want to talk about is pH. pH basically means the acid-base balance inside of your body. And one of the reasons why the pH is so important is because all of your enzymes, and your enzymes run all of your chemical reactions inside your body, all of your enzymes need to be in an alkaline environment. Otherwise, that enzyme will not work. So a good pH is really important. And a healthy pH inside our body needs to be somewhere around 7.4 to 7.6. So once we hit 7, that's neutral. Our bodies need to be in a little bit more of an alkaline state. The only acid that our bodies make that is a positive, meaning that we need it to be healthy, is hydrochloric acid released in the stomach by your parietal cells. All other acids need to be buffered out, meaning they need to get rid of these or we die because our body becomes acidic. And if we don't die, we can just shut down our entire biochemistry by not letting any of those enzymes that work properly. Those enzymes are important for thyroid function, for chronic pain, for digestion, for your ability to not get cancer, for your immune system to work properly, for you to methylate properly. A whole host of things are dependent upon those enzymes. And the pH has to be in the right environment. Methylation, we have a separate video on methylation completely, but that is a root functional cause, very foundational issue. Anemia, oh my gosh, how many people do I find with anemia? Almost everybody has some form of anemia. You cannot get better if you're anemic. Anemia means that your red blood cells, you either don't have enough or you're producing too many of them, but they're not good quality and they can't carry oxygen around your body. That means you'll never heal properly. You can get stuck in a sustained inflammatory state. You're prone for cancer, and that your body can just never work the way it's supposed to because you have anemia. Essential fatty acids, this is another big one. We have essential fatty acids inside of our body, and we have to have these. Essential means we get them from our diet. If we're eating the wrong foods, then usually what we're all doing is we're driving inflammation inside of our body. And it's not just inflammation that we're driving cancer, we're driving autoimmunity, we're driving pain, we're driving inflammation, we're driving hormonal imbalances, we're driving weak brain function, we're driving all of that when we have an essential fatty acid imbalance. Toxicity. There's really two types of toxicity. The first is what everybody comes in here talking about, which is our poisons out in our environment, and you want to make sure that you buy organic foods, no pesticides, no herbicides. You want to make sure that you're not buying GMO food, which means that the genes have been changed into food, and it means that they spray it with 10 times the amount of pesticides. People don't realize, but the point of making something GMO is so that it doesn't die. It means I can spray it with 10 times the amount of pesticides and it stays alive. And then you come along and eat this thing. But the biggest toxicity that I see coming in to bodies on a regular basis is way, 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 way too many carbohydrates, which creates blood sugar imbalances, hypoglycemia, hyperglycemia, diabetes. It creates mitochondrial dysfunction. And in my opinion, based on all the science, toxicity of sugar is the biggest driving force of cancer, heart disease, stroke, everything. We have to lower the amount of carbohydrates coming in. And yes, fruits and vegetables are part of carbohydrates, but fruits and vegetables have fiber, and that fiber checks the amount that we can eat. You can't eat 3 apples because you get full. Next in line is ATP mitochondria, meaning inside our cell, does our mitochondria have the ability to work properly or not? And one of the things I want to talk about now is a picture of the mitochondria. And if we get to this picture here, it's going to show you a lot about proper mitochondrial function. So here's a picture of the mitochondria, as you can see here. So inside our cells, we have things called organelles. And organelles have different functions inside of our body. This is a mitochondria, and this is what it looks like inside of us. And we can have 10 to 200 of those per cell, depending upon the cell. The cells that have the most mitochondria are muscles, brains, and nerves. Immune system has a lot also. And basically over a time frame, this mitochondria is what allows the cell to produce energy. So if we're ever going to get healthy, we have to have the ability to produce energy. And many of us have damaged mitochondria. The things that damage mitochondria are improper methylation, nutritional deficiencies, too many carbohydrates and fructose excess, low thyroid, microbes, dysbiosis, and this basically means like chronic infections. That can be leaky gut, that can be chronic sinus infections, chronic urinary tract infections. They all can damage the mitochondria. Xenobiotics in the form of pesticides, herbicides, and all the stuff that's out in the environment, GMO would fall underneath that as well. And an oxidative stress. Oxidative stress meaning that we're not getting enough antioxidants being produced inside of our body. So these are all the root foundational causes. And what you want to know about the mitochondria here, one of the most important things is that we can rehab our mitochondria by, number one, doing proper exercise, number two, restricting calories, and then number three, over a time frame, eating a high ketone-based diet, which is a high-fat diet. So if we want to rehab the mitochondria, we can do those things by doing that. We also can rehab the mitochondria by giving the body specific nutrients that are needed for that mitochondria to stay healthy. So just discussing with you again the neurobiomedicine model, and this is the 3 gears. We have specific root functional causes in the 3 gears, and then we have what are called our foundational root functional causes that I just discussed with you. So I hope this lays a foundation for letting you know again about the neurobiomedicine model, how it's very different, it's very thorough, it's very exact, and when you get an accurate neurobiomedicine diagnosis, you can get an accurate treatment plan set up and you can get healthy. Thanks.